One question I get asked a ton is how to set up hip thrusts at your gym, because it can be super awkward if you don't have a private gym and you're like in a busy gym and you don't know where you're supposed to set up at, but you're trying to build your glutes. So I'm going to show you how to do it easily and slightly less awkward. So, to do this is find a squat rack, like claim it as your own, don't let anyone else get in your way, and just bring a bench over, and then you can just set up the bar, like everything's here for you, and you can set up your hip thrusts. So another way that you can set up your hip thrust, in one of my favorite ways, is on a bench press. So we don't have that here, but essentially the bench is already connected and the bar's right there. So all you'll do is it'll kind of look like this, but it's connected, which is really nice because then the bench doesn't slide around when you're hip thrusting. But you'll just take this down and then set up the bar, and you can set up right here. And you'll do hip thrusts off of the bench press. That's my favorite way because you're not in the way of people and you can just kind of do your thing, and if anyone looks at you weird, look at them back. More weird. And then the last way that you can set up, if you don't have either of these available, or it's actually better if you can find something a little bit lower. So a lower step or one of those plyo boxes that is soft, bring those over to a bar and get that all set up. If you look like you know what you're doing, no one's gonna question you, and it's fine. So you wanna have some sort of cushion so that you don't get bruises on your hips. Those are not fun. So these will either be laying around somewhere, or you can always go to the front desk and they might have some stored there. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to actually do the hip thrust once you got your bar all set up. So this is why our big plates are very helpful, because then you just roll it on over. And then you're gonna put your feet up, and then you want your shoulder blades to be up on the bench. So you're gonna kind of do this awkward thrusting to get up. So you kind of scooch up and thrust at the same time. It looks a lot easier, it's a lot more awkward the first time you do it, but you'll get the hang of it. So from here, you want to tuck your pelvis underneath, and then you'll come all the way up, squeezing your glutes, chin stays tucked. And you'll notice I don't go down all the way, I'm not coming all the way down here. And that's just because this bench is a little bit too high. If you do find something shorter, and then you can sit on the floor and go all the way up, you'll still get really good glute engagement. Okay, so those are the 3 ways how to set up your hip thrust at the gym and not be, super awkward. So if this was helpful, you can like and subscribe to my channel, and next week, or the week after, we're gonna go over my favorite glute building exercises.